So what are we going to focus on? We're going to focus on the benefits that we, again, affirmed last time. Predictive analytics, which is, of course, very critical to anticipating customer needs, but also figuring out the best ways to unpack and gain more insight in the things that you have already started to look at. We've been poring over customer data and forecasting forever. It's just a common thing to do. But now having more understanding and having those predictive insights that you can really move forward with and can help you in the next part, which is automating, right? Once you've decided the things that you really want to understand and you've tried to, in fact, understand them from an analytic perspective, you have the ability to set certain parameters and set certain things in motion that will allow you to automate, not just routine tasks, but figure out how to actually put more and more intelligence in it as you go forward. The language models and all the things that are influencing, our practitioners of journey mapping, this may be a little bit more unfamiliar, but generally speaking, and I really wanted to kind of set the foundation here, what we're talking about is moving a customer, a purchaser, or somebody that you're trying to reach out to through a specific kind of journey from awareness to research and consideration, purchase, and then, post-purchase support. All the tools that you see, this is just a representation that I found on the HubSpot site of what kind of customer profile you're working with, what are the moments of truth you want those customers to have as they go through this journey, how are you trying to work through what your customers are feeding back, what they're saying to you, and then how you're really ranking, the importance and satisfaction of the points on the journey. There are several different ways this can be done. But again, I would highly recommend to everyone, if you have not done this kind of more manual exercise previously, don't jump in. Don't be tempted to just rush into the tools and the structure that exist in Salesforce, for example, if you have not done the hard work of thinking through this. You don't have to do this in manual form necessarily, but what you're trying to do is imagine that you have AI in the background. You've decided on the things that are critical with regard to the importance of a step or the satisfaction that the customers seem to portray. You are typically going to be automating more of those decisions and turning over that decisioning, not to humans that may be sitting in a call center, for example, but rather partially to the humans, perhaps, but to the AI systems, right? To the decisioning that is generating new thoughts and new paths for these customers. Okay, so some of the things that we could be using, and these are really, really critical to understand. I've pulled out just a couple of the high points of some of the features, the things that are being developed right now and have been available for some time in some cases. They're continuing to enhance, though, along the way. HubSpot focuses on conversational intelligence. Obviously, a natural outgrowth of the platform has been to increase the use of chatbots. And you can customize, you can build out those bots in different ways that are really suited to your journey and your discussion with customers. Content optimization, clearly another key point. I mean, we've got content generation all over the place. If you're an Adobe user, for example, you've been talking and working in, even if you didn't know it, you've been working with tools that have been supported by AI and more generative AI capabilities for some time now. We have also the predictive lead scoring. Again, the analytics, the comfort that you may have already in the analytics that you've derived from your own work, and continuing to enhance automated scoring, personalized outreach, and what the net effect is of that, and how your pipeline then is moving forward. Again, there are a lot of very, very rich tools underneath the covers of this, but I wanted to simply talk about the kinds of capabilities that are here and talk about the ways they can be used. But we weren't going to dig into a very specific set of solutions. Those are the things that you need to really dig deep into your requirements and bring forward. Okay, so Salesforce allows us to automate. So those opportunity insights and the automated data capture are a big part of what they've built out now under the Einstein AI umbrella. And again, there are lots of different features and functions, but today we're talking at a very high level because if you have not been working in these, we wanted to introduce you to some of those capabilities today. Okay, and then finally, Marketing Cloud Intelligence. This is where they actually have their journey optimization tooling, okay? So you can, if you're, especially if you're a practitioner of journey mapping, you can immediately and easily work directly in what is also now supported with generative AI. So if you wanted to take that journey we were talking about a moment ago and commit all of those steps or some of those steps to a generative decisioning, even if you leave a human in the middle so that you can affirm one way or another, or if you build a rules engine that you're expecting the AI decisions to bump up against, all of those are possible. But again, you have to make those decisions. You're the stewards of your own customers and your own journey with those customers. So the tools are there and they will help you immensely, but you need to make those decisions along the way as well. And it was made up by AI. So yeah, you want to check for that kind of hallucination or overzealous, generative work. But I'm talking about deriving meaning from it as well. So if you're thinking about the dynamic journey, you want to amp up your dynamic analysis of the journeys that customers are taking just as fast and continuously learn across that. And definitely you want to have consistency across channels. You're no matter what kind of dynamic map you want to create, let's just use HubSpot and Salesforce as an example. They have developed very similarly over time, right? So they have a lot of commonality in terms of the way that, there's handoff between the two of them. But if you don't think critically about the handoff of different tools or different parts of your technology, you could wind up with, difficulty, whether it's a channel specific or it's simply a handoff in the technology. You could have your bricks and mortar looking entirely different than your online. Customers notice that. And especially, different parts of the